Semen retention makes you more attractive to women. Most if not all of you who've practiced semen retention for even just a few weeks have noticed this. Should you do semen retention for this purpose? Well, while some guys do semen retention just to get laid, and it will do that, that's not what I recommend. I recommend using semen retention to help you to transmute your creative energy and focus on your purpose or career. Or to use it to get into better shape. And if you're going to use it for dating, then use it to attract a high-quality woman, a potential girlfriend, wifey type of woman. Or likely all three. If you're doing semen retention, you're going to have more energy to level up in life. And not just more energy to not be tired. But you'll have more mental clarity, you'll become more positive, and you'll have greater ambition for the future. However, like it or not, it will make you more attractive to women. I say that because when you're retaining your seed and trying to avoid women, it will almost seem like they throw themselves as you. Is this just going on in your head? No, it's not. Doing semen retention makes you more attractive to women. It's important to point this out because if you're not aware, you may fall victim to sleeping with these women. And while you'll feel good in the moment, you'll be drained of your energy that you were trying to use. You'll be tempted to bust. You don't need to do semen retention forever, but if you're going to do it for a month, 90 days, 6 months, etc., then it's important you realize that you'll be tempted more than ever during this time. When you understand why women find you more attractive while you're on semen retention, you'll be better equipped to avoid falling into the trap of busting your nut before you've accomplished what you set out to do. Because while good, high-quality women will be attracted to you, you'll also attract the women who may look good, but have no other intention other than to get your semen for themselves. There's 3 reasons, or really perspectives, as to why semen retention makes you more attractive: biological, spiritual and practical. Number 1. Biological. The first reason semen retention makes you more attractive is because of the biological effect. When you have more semen in your balls, you have more sperm. The chances of you getting a woman pregnant is much higher. And while many women consciously want to avoid getting pregnant, subconsciously they have a desire to get the seed of a quality man. This subconscious desire is strong. Similar to a man's subconscious desire to have sex. Men have such high sex drives because we want to reproduce. Again, consciously we may want to avoid getting a woman pregnant. But our subconscious wants us to do that. That's why we have a crazy urge to have sex so often. When you retain your seed, you become more attractive to women because the chance of you getting them pregnant is so much higher. Do you ever wonder why so many women get pregnant from one-night stands, yet some married couples have a hard time having a child? It's because most women have one-night stands when they're ovulating. This is a period of a few days when they are most fertile. And would what you know, women have a much higher sex drive during this time. The subconscious desires and functions are extremely powerful. The chemicals secreted are so faint that you can't tell, neither can they. But at a subconscious level, women get way more turned on by your presence. Try doing semen retention for even 3 or 4 weeks, and then watch how women in public tend to gravitate towards you more. Of course, they're not going to come over and just grab you. But they'll tend to stand closer to you, look at you and then look down, and want to open up to you more. Not every woman, of course. But many women who were on the fence about you will think, there's just something about that guy. Yay, it's because he's retained his seed and the power is crazy. This would be nullified if every guy did semen retention. But most guys, whether they watch porn, masturbate, or have consistent sex, are constantly draining their balls. When women come across men who are practicing semen retention, there's a biological response. Not all women, but more women will be attracted to you, and the intensity will be increased. Number 2. Spiritual, energetic. The second perspective or reason why semen retention makes you more attractive to women is because of the spiritual aspect of it. Spiritual just means non-physical or energetic. Technically, the spiritual aspect of things is physical, but it's just as such a low density compared to physical that we refer to it as non-physical. Like the Wi-Fi in your apartment or the radio signals connecting your car radio to the different stations. Energy is like that. When you practice semen retention, you're maintaining your life force energy in much larger amounts compared to your past self or any guy busting nuts regularly. Do you need this to get women? No, you can be a player or have a girlfriend. Be constantly ejaculating, and women will still like you for your looks, status, and/or charisma. However, this is amplified massively the more you retain your seed. Again, it's not necessary, but it makes it so much easier. To the point where women will pick up on your energy and can feel it. This goes beyond the biological. Because you may be in the same room as women, at the grocery store, etc. And they can somehow sense something about you. That's the biological. However, you're also a spiritual being that puts out and draws in energy. That's why when you do semen retention, even without posting on social media or doing anything, women from your past will hit you up. Ex-girlfriends will call or text you. Women you used to sleep with will DM you or hit you up. Because your energy is so potent, these women, possibly hundreds or thousands of miles away from you, can still feel your energy. If a woman is halfway across the world, it may take a whole day's plane ride to make it to her. But your energy can be felt by her almost instantly if you're vibrating at a high enough frequency. That happens when you practice semen retention. Number 3. Practical. The last reason or perspective as to why semen retention makes you more attractive to women is that it's just straight up practical. A man who's trying to retain his seed is actively avoiding sex, which makes him more attractive. Think about it. Whatever you're doing, you're trying not to bust. If you're single and walking around, even though you might want to talk to that hot woman walking by, you try to avoid the temptation. If you're with your boys and they're all lusting over some women at the other side of the bar, you're trying to look away. When those girls are talking to you and your boys, you're looking around, hoping they don't ask you to hang out and tempt you from taking one of them home and busting a nut. It's not only being outcome independent of doing well with women. There are plenty of men who try to fool themselves into thinking they don't want to get lucky equals, but in reality they know it's just a mind game. But when you're on semen retention, it's real. You're actually trying to avoid sex and getting too close to females. And when you do this, you become more attractive to them. We all know that the harder a person is to get, the more we want them. But when doing semen retention, it's no longer a game. It's for real. Women can sense that you don't want to get at them. Combine your non-thirstiness with a solid physique and a calm demeanor, and they will be foaming at the mouth. They'll be hoping to get you to bust and get all of that good semen from you. Semen retention makes you desirable. Semen retention makes you more attractive to women. And while this sounds like a blessing, it's more of a curse for any man who is seriously trying to retain his seed. It can be good for attracting the right kind of woman. Not just a woman with a fat ass or nice body, but one who also has good character. As a man on semen retention, you will able to not only attract these women, but tell them apart from the ones who just want to make you bust. However, you'll also attract the women who want to steal your semen. And although they may be very sexually appealing, it's up to you to have the discipline to stick to your discipline until you're accomplished what you set out to do. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate your support.